Okay, we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the Leadership Show this afternoon. My name is Remy Chukwunyere. I am the host of the Leadership Show and as well the Executive Director of the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. This afternoon is going to be a wonderful interaction and conversation with our partners from the MK Atlanta in the US. I'm talking about Gordon Moss and Lauren Kelly. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. We are discussing Oxygen is Life, and we want to tell you how to make money while saving lives in your communities, in your society, in your homes. So that's what we are going to talk about this afternoon, and have these wonderful people from Atlanta that are going to discuss with me. So I want you to stay glued as we unveil what we have for you. By the way, like I said before, oxygen is life. Oxygen is life. So our conversation will be on the importance of knowing our blood oxygen levels and how the Ugwumba Leadership Center is planning to use the IOX device to create jobs for women entrepreneurs in Africa. The IOX smartphone pulse oximeter accurately and precisely measures blood oxygen saturation, heart rate, respiration rate, and perfusion index. It does this by combining hardware and software technologies to accommodate and automatically calibrate to individual skin tones and blood flows. As a new invention, the device comes with new innovations. For traditional pulse oximeters, there is always a concern about their inaccurate readings as a result of differences in skin tones, but the IOX accuracy is not affected by skin tone or low blood flow. Another advantage of the IOX device over others is that it is remote area friendly and only needs a charged iOS or Android smartphone to operate. Once the free app is already downloaded and installed, a data network is not needed to use the IOX on anybody. Again, the data is stored on the individual's smartphone as IOX does not have a cloud, nor does it keep the individual's data. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, it's my pleasure to inform you that this highly affordable and accessible smartphone-powered pulse oximeter approved for medical use by the United States Food and Drug Administration was created by Yale Zhang, an Atlanta, US-based inventor and Georgia Tech alumnus, and is being marketed by Lauren Kelly and Gordon Moss, co-founders of MK Atlanta. And they are the people on the screen this afternoon talking with me about how you can make money as well as save lives of people around you. So ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the show this afternoon on behalf of my president, Ugwumba Uchengosu, and the team at the Ugwumba Leadership Center. Welcome, Lauren. Welcome, Gordon.
Thank you, Remy.
Thank you, Remy,
so much. We're thrilled to be here.
Very happy to be here.
Good. Thank you so much. Like I said before, they are from MK Atlanta. They are the co-founders of MK Atlanta, and they are the ones distributing and marketing this a wonderful product around the world. So this afternoon is a privilege to have them to speak to us about how this IOX device works and how they plan to work with us to use it to create jobs for the teeming unemployed women and young people in Nigeria. In Africa, starting from Nigeria, by the way. Okay, so Lauren and Gordon, I've spoken a lot about the device and what it's going to do for us. So, by the way, can we meet you briefly? Can we meet you starting from Gordon? So tell us a brief about yourself. Then after that, Lauren will speak to us about herself.
Okay, good. It's great to be here. My name is Gordon Morse, and I'm the co-founder of MK Atlanta. Lauren and I, we operate a think tank that executes. And what that means is that we work with innovators, inventors, here in Atlanta, Georgia. And when we identify something that we connect with, we commercialize their innovation for them. And we're very, very excited about IOX and its potential to really help transform healthcare and healthcare in Africa, healthcare in Nigeria. So yes, and I spent 32 years on Wall Street here in the United States. And now I'm on Main Street and working with an incredible partner to take these technologies and to bring them to the world. So yes, happy to be here.
Good. So Lauren, about you. So what do you have to share with us? Your background, anything you want us to know?
Sure. So as Gordon mentioned, we're the co-founders of MK Atlanta. We share that he's a baby boomer from Wall Street and I'm a millennial from Main Street. So we've really combined our forces and our powers and to do good in the world and help entrepreneurs who we believe in ignite growth for their businesses. I spent the last 10, 11 years, the beginning of my career, basically working in leadership development, leading peers and entrepreneurs and working with a lot of different types of entrepreneurs. So I'm very used to jumping in and wearing a lot of hats and, knowing what it takes to really ignite growth for a business. And so we've had the pleasure of working with a friend who I met in this startup scene in Atlanta, and that is Mr. Yale Zhang, who invented the IOX.
Fantastic. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you have a perfect understanding of the guest that we have on the show this afternoon. Gordon has told us about himself, and then Lauren has just briefly also shared with us, a little about herself. So let's keep the ball rolling. And by the way, we're talking about the IOX device. So can you tell us what this device is all about? What is it about?
Sure. So I'll begin.
Yes.
Yeah, the IOX is the world's only smartphone-powered, FDA-approved pulse oximeter. At a high level, as you mentioned in the intro, a pulse oximeter measures blood oxygen saturation, heart rate, perfusion index, and respiration rate. So it's become very known and talked about since COVID-19, which is unfortunate, but it's become more common because blood oxygen saturation was one of the top vitals that was checked during that time. And we'll get into that more, but a couple other special pieces about the IOX. The data is stored on the phone. So IOX does not have a cloud. We can't see anyone's data that's used. So the individual, the patient, gets to own his or her data and share it with whomever they'd like, whether it's the doctor or a loved one. So those are a couple pieces. And one of the most important pieces, arguably, I'm looking at it down here, is that it works for all skin tones. Traditional pulse oximeters, there's research that recently came out that they're not accurate for all skin tones. And so in the interest of racial equality in the healthcare system, it's amazing that the pulse ox, this IOX, is able to accurately work for all skin tones.
Good.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, very good. You keep talking about blood oxygen, so I want to know, why is it so important for me to know about my blood oxygen level? Why is it important for me and to every other person?
Well, in a COVID world, if you will, we all of a sudden became aware of blood oxygen. It was something that really most of us weren't even aware of, and now we're all aware of. So blood oxygen is important when measuring one's, lung health, basically, right? Mm-hmm. And the ability, to measure that accurately is very, very important. Mm-hmm. And that's what IOX does. That's one of the four things that IOX does, is measures that level very accurately.
Yeah, the amount of oxygen that's in your blood.
In your bloodstream.
It's really, it's an indicator of your lung health and your overall wellness.
Okay, so that means that during the COVID, when COVID was high, it means your device was very useful to many households, who use it to know exactly when they were in danger and when they needed medical attention. Is that correct?
Well, the IOX, so for people who had the IOX, yes, it definitely helped them. A little background about when we started working with Yale. It was late last summer when we realized that there was such a demand for pulse oximeters. Gordon and I were we were participating in a cyber health tech conference, and David Petrino from Mount Sinai, from the Abilities Research Center, was speaking about how in New York during the crisis they couldn't find enough pulse oximeters. There was such a demand because they were trying to keep people out of the hospitals and they wanted to remotely monitor. And so it was in that moment I thought of my friend Yale, and we called him. And so it was after that Gordon and I began working with him as a client. And so, yes, I mean, later in the year, more people received the IOX and were able to check it, but it's really out of this, out of the necessity that for the pulse oximeters that we've been able to get them to people. And then in the United States, as you mentioned, it didn't receive that FDA approval until last November. So it's fairly new, fairly new.
There's no other device like it, because it's powered by the smartphone. There's no batteries. So it's the only smartphone powered pulse oximeter in the world. That's it. There is no other one. And the fact that it was approved by the FDA in the United States means that it creates, at least for us, it creates medical grade data, that can be shared, that could potentially be used in studies, potentially. But that when you use the IOX, you're getting a accurate and precise reading of all of those vital signs, not just the blood oxygen, but your pulse, your respiration, your perfusion index, and also one of the things that Lauren and I are very passionate about, by the way, is empowering entrepreneurs, empowering women, particularly in entrepreneurship, to support them and to nurture them. And we feel that this device is an opportunity to do two things: empower entrepreneurship, and at the same time bring really high quality technology into the Nigerian healthcare system, the ecosystem. Yeah, that's
good.
So we're very passionate about.
Good, fantastic, and that's why we are here talking with you, because at the Ugwumba Leadership Center, we are interested in empowering young people and women, who have decided to embrace entrepreneurship, to change improve their livelihoods and their family income. So that is why we have entered into this partnership with your team, to see how we can use this device to create jobs for Nigerian people. And that is why we are talking. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are still on the show and we are discussing oxygen is life, make money, saving lives. And our guests are Gordon Moss and Lauren Kelly. So let's go to the comment section and see what people are talking about. I have Rosalind here. Rosalind Jeremiah. Hello, Mr. Remy Chukwunya. Good. Rosalind, thank you. Good to know that you are here, Rosalind. Okay. So this one is from Bethel Viva. Hello, I am Obiagu Vivian from Delta State. Vivian, you're welcome. Okay, this one is from Wilson. Wilson, wonderful. Wilson says this is great. Wilson, I'm sure you're going to be part of this rural healthcare program powered by Ugwumba Leadership Center and MK Atlanta, USA. Very good. And this one is from Rosalie. Rosalie, hello, Gordon.
Hi.
Good. Okay, so this one is from Cosmos, Ugwumba to the world. Cosmos, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rosalind. Yes, Rosalind is excited about the iOX device, and this one is from Matthew Tobechi. Good afternoon, everyone. Matthew, thank you and welcome. Then this one is from Lucy. Lucy, thank you. Good day, all. Very good. I'm happy to be here. This is from Matthew. Good. Then I have Oyenike Oyelere. Good day, everyone. Welcome, Oyelere. Welcome. We are happy to see you. This one is from Loretta. Oh, plenty. Okay, this one is from Bibi. What's the worst blood oxygen percentage? Very good. This one is a question. What is the worst blood oxygen percentage? So that's a question for you.
Sure. Yes. So we're obviously, Gordon and I are not doctors.
We're not.
However, the Mayo Clinic in the US stated that anything below 90 is considered low. And we've been told by physicians that below 95 is worth getting checked. But if it's below 90, it's considered low, according to the Mayo Clinic. And that we've spoken to some people who have had COVID and COVID long haulers, and it has dipped very low. And that was an alarming thing about COVID, is that with blood oxygen saturation, there's something called hypoxia, and it can dip very low, but you may not feel it. And so that's why it's important to monitor and check it, especially if you know that you already are sick or have COVID. But that's part of the scary thing, is you may not actually feel that your blood oxygen saturation is low. So it's a good overall wellness check, like a first, just if you go to a clinic or if you're working with a community healthcare person, and it's a great first step to check your overall wellness and vitals. And I also want to make one other comment. I stated that it's new. It's new in the sense that it's being commercialized recently by us, but Yale has been working on this technology for almost a decade.
10 years.
So this current iOX is the third version. He's put 10 years of hard work in it. He's an entrepreneur, but it's newly commercialized and newly needed.
Yes. And one of our long-term goals is.
Before you go there, you just hold on. I will take you on because of time. So let's continue. I have my president, Ugwumba Uchemosu, is sending his greetings. My president, he says, "Thank you, Gordon and Lauren, for this educative lecture." That's my president, the founder of Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa.
Beautiful.
So he joined us on the show, and he's highly appreciative of this opportunity that your team has created for us in Nigeria. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Your Excellency, for joining us on the show this afternoon. Okay, and this one is from Rosalind. Rosalind, okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, where else is here? Oh, so many questions, so many comments. Okay, this is from Rosalind again. This one is from Austin. I am Odom Augustine. I love this, Saremi. Good. Okay.
Wonderful.
So many questions. This is awesome, providing opportunity for and health insights for the world. Oh, Melanin Hudson. Oh, wonderful. Melanin. Okay, good. I think she's in the US or UK. She just joined us Good. Providing opportunity and health insights for the world. Amazing. And this is Biliki Sugaruba. Hello, everyone. Against all odds, I'm super glad to be here. Biliki Sugaruba, thank you for joining us. Wonderful. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip this because there are so many of them. Let's continue with the discussion. Afterwards, we'll come back to the comment section. Yeah, so many questions. I mean, so many comments. We can't continue until let's do more of our discussion. Now, talking about, when we talked about COVID, and then when the lady Bibi asked of which is the lowest percentage of oxygen, that is makes someone most at risk, so that brings me to shortness of breath. At times some people can feel a choking sensation or something like that, and for us, we may not know how risky that is. So I want to know, shortness of breath, what are the health implications? Because it's a common thing that we see around, but we may not take it as seriously as it is. So, but you are marketing this device, which has to do with blood oxygen. So tell us, shortness of breath. So what are the health implications?
Well, one of the health implications of shortness of breath is that your blood oxygen saturation could be low. I think a doctor or physician would say shortness of breath could be, there are so many things that it could be, and that could be causing it. I will say just a quick personal story. Last summer, and I had shortness of breath, and it was during COVID, and it scared me. And so I called a teledoc, and I explained what was going on and felt really concerned. And I was more anxious too, because, shortness of breath is a symptom of COVID. And so he asked if I could go to the emergency room to check my blood oxygen saturation. That was one of the vitals that he wanted to know. And this was during the pandemic. It wasn't ideal to go into a hospital or really to leave your home. And so I was able to actually use the iOx to check that. And so he was able remotely to then see that even though I was feeling shortness of breath, it was induced by a little bit of anxiety. I was feeling anxious. And once I saw my number, I felt calmer, because I was able to see that, oh, my blood oxygen saturation isn't necessarily terribly low, and felt calmer. So, I think, again, it's an indicator of a whole slew of possibilities, but it's exactly that. It's an indicator that needs to be checked, and the iOx is able to help put some numbers and facts to that. Okay.
So what it means is that with the iOx, available in your home, if you feel shortness of breath, you quickly check it and see if you're in danger, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very good. Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you understand what we are discussing. We're trying to look at how the iOx device, is going to help us save more lives here in Nigeria and in Africa by extension, and how, we are going to partner with the team that we're talking with, to bring this down to Africa, so that we can use it to create jobs for our people, as well as them providing healthcare services, to the underserved population that we find in most rural areas of Nigeria. Thank you so much. So now that brings me to the issue of rural areas, because that is where exactly we have, inadequate access to healthcare facilities. In the rural areas where you do not have electricity, where you do not have even roads, accessible roads where people can move freely to access healthcare. So in this case, if I have an iOx device in my community, local community, where there is no light, where there is no internet, will I be able to also use the iOx device to check my blood oxygen?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
because the software, as long as you have the software downloaded onto a powered smartphone, the device will work. Absolutely. 100%.
Because you do not need batteries, and we'll show in the demonstration, but you download the app when you do have Wi-Fi, and then it's just one time. Once it's downloaded and your phone is charged, yes, you can go into a rural area and use the device without Wi-Fi and without any batteries, only with your charged phone.
Correct.
Smartphone.
Because the device is powered by the smartphone.
Okay, so you mean you don't need Wi-Fi, you don't need internet connectivity to use the device, so long as you have an Android phone which already has installed in it the iOx app, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Android or iPhone, but yes.
Yes.
That's correct.
Correct.
The only reason you would need Wi-Fi is then if you go back, you're out of the rural area, to email the information. But otherwise, no, you don't need it to use it.
No.
Okay. So what you mean is after taking the reading and get it stored in your phone, then if you need to send it to a doctor, for his attention, that is when you will need a Wi-Fi, right?
Yes.
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 Correct.
Okay. Good. Fantastic. Okay. Now, so let me also. I remember when you said when you were having and you were feeling somehow, maybe because of anxiety or whatever due to the COVID pandemic, and quickly you use the iOx device to check your blood oxygen, and after that, because of the reading that you got, you discovered that you were not in danger and you felt at home, right? Okay, so now, do you recommend that families buy the iOx device and keep in their homes, for their own use anytime they feel they are in danger? Is it a recommendation from you?
We believe very strongly in the concept of the digital medicine cabinet, if you will, right? Having at-home smart health technology that you can use to monitor your family, to monitor your own vital signs. Yes, we believe this is something that we want to make affordable and accessible to the world. That's what we want to do. So yes, this is something that absolutely can be used in the home, for sure.
Okay, good. Let's go back to the comment section. I have so many comments, and let's see if there are questions for you to take on there. Okay, this one is okay, good. This one is from Bethel. How often can one carry out this check? How often do you need to test your blood oxygen level?
I think that would be, the doctors will certainly make a recommendation if you're not well and feeling sick. And I think there's a spectrum, you can check it as often as you like. During the pandemic, we heard some physicians say, they would just like you would go into a place and they might check your temperature. They may also check your blood oxygen saturation. If you aren't feeling well, of course, just like you might check your temperature, you can also check your pulse ox. And then there's also the far end of the spectrum, which is continuous monitoring. So a woman that we're working with, again, who is a COVID long hauler, she's continuously monitoring it all day. And so I think there's a spectrum just based on, what's going on with your personal health and wellness, but you could check it. Like I check it fairly frequently just to know, it's just, I think this is it's a whole new world, right? For us as patients and consumers to be able to constantly have access to this, and it's medical grade data.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's also being used to monitor older people who have COPD and other lung diseases. So, because there are many different occasions that can occur where one might want to know what their blood oxygen level is. That's all. It's like Lauren said, it's a spectrum.
Okay, so I want to add, since it is not harmful, so you can use it as many times as you want to use it, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes.
Good. Okay, so I have hello, Joe Yusuf Okolo, glad to be here. Well done, Godon and Lauren. Thank you. Hello, Joe. We're glad that you are here. Okay. Yeah, and this one is okay. I think we have answered that from Bethel. Okay, good. So this one is from Rosalind. Kindly itemize the entire functions of this iOX device.
Yes. So I think we'll be able to show a lot during the demonstration, but the key measurements again are blood oxygen saturation, heart rate, respiration rate, and perfusion index. Those are the measurements. And then there's a number of functions which we'll show on the app here shortly. Thanks, Rosalind. Good to see you.
Okay, good. I'm sure you have had heart rate, pulse rate, respiration rate, and others. So they are going to carry out a demonstration for all of us to see. But before that, let me see if I can take more. Okay, this one is from Rosalind. What are the requirements needed to get accuracy of one's test in the? Okay, I think we're going to talk about that later. And this one is okay, good. Can children use this device? Can you use this device on children?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Okay, you can. Okay. This is from. Okay, good. Let me. This one is from BB. That's interesting to know. Please, can you train us on the appropriate and correct pulse rate so that the women in the rural areas will have a knowledge of what they get when using the device, especially those who will use it for business? Okay.
Yes.
So
yes, we will train.
We'll absolutely make sure.
We'll offer training.
Okay, good. And we're going to do the demo immediately after we take the comment. I think this one. Let's take this one again. Okay. No. Let's go to the comment. Let's continue, and after we can take more comments. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Okay, good. So let's do the demonstration. Like everyone is excited. They want to know how this device works. So you have the device there. Can you show us and how it works? Fantastic. Yes. Cool. Okay, good. So tell us how it works. Demonstrate how it works. Let's see.
Okay, we will demonstrate. This is the package that iOX comes in. When you take out the package, what you'll find is you will find the iOX device. This is iOX. iOX, meet the world. The world, iOX. You will also find two different cords to attach. One for Android. So for you Android users, this is your cord. Okay. You will also find one for iOS, for Apple, for iOS, the iOS operating system.
And this one comes with the headphone jack. So any phone that has this headphone jack will work. And just a note, if it's the newest iPhone with the lightning jack, there is a small $9 adapter that you'll need. From our understanding, you all may, this may not be as common in Africa necessarily, but every single device comes with the Android labeled and the iPhone cord labeled and the iOX.
And the iOX. Okay. Now, I've downloaded my app, okay? And now I'm going to attach the device to my smartphone. So this is my smartphone. I'm going to attach the device. Okay. I'm attaching it to my smartphone. All right. Now I'm attaching it to my iOx. Now I'm going to my app.
So this is where it's powered by the phone. There's no batteries. You don't have to charge the iOx. As long as your phone is charged, all you do is plug the iOx into the cord and then into the phone.
Wait a second. Let me just pull that up here. There we go. Now,
so the first thing you'll see is it says initialization. And then the app is very simple and walks you through. So it says
insert finger.
Please insert finger.
So I'm going to insert my finger.
Accumulating data. You can see it says now.
It's taking my measurements. It's producing the data.
Very good.
There you go.
So
I'm 98.
That's your SpO2, which is your blood oxygen saturation. Down here, you see the respiration rate, the perfusion index, and the heart rate. So you get an accurate reading within 10 to 20 seconds. As you can see, it's pretty fast, pretty simple, and you can just leave this on here, to continuously monitor. So to address your question, Rosalind, what are the other functions? I'll walk you through the app right now. So right now we're on the measurement page. The second tab here says history. So if you click history, you'll see a calendar view. And anywhere where there's a circle, there has been a measurement taken. So what you can do is click that circle, click the time, and you get this history data chart. So it shows all of this in a graph. It also produces a CSV file in an Excel sheet. And with one click here, so this is where once you have Wi-Fi, you click that button and it pulls up an email. So you can email this directly to your doctor, to, if you're on the phone with a telehealth doctor, to a loved one, and it has it all there. So the beauty is you don't need to necessarily understand. If you're just wanting to share it, it's okay if you don't understand all the measurements, but you can easily share it. Although our goal is to help empower people to understand and own their measurements.
And to educate you.
Yes. Also in the app, you will find there's this options tab, and these are the few other functions. So there's abilities to set an alarm. You can create an alarm, and here you can see it's set in between 94 and 100. So sorry, it's hard to see, but that way you can, if it's, for instance, yes, if it's below 94,
it'll create an alarm.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a few other basic, there's a tutorial, an about section, it links to the website, and intended use. But really the key function is that measurement, and the history. And the beauty is it's fairly simple, simple and intuitive. So those are the key functions. We're happy to answer any other questions, and you can see here, it's just that easy.
That's it.
Okay, wonderful.
The power of iOx.
And the Android app looks pretty much the same. It's the same app.
Okay, so fantastic. That means it can work on any Android phone and Apple device, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And the app is free to download. So you purchase the iOx, and the app is free to download.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, let me know if we have any questions regarding the demonstration that you've just done. Okay, this one is from Obioma Wano Oduna. I love this. Very interesting. Okay, good. Thank you, Obioma. Thank you so much. This one is from Mosuji Posmos. Health is wealth. God bless Ugwumba Leadership Center for this program. Okay, good. Oh, so many. Okay. Okay, this is okay, good. This is from Billy Kisu. This is impressive. Easier to maneuver than I thought.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, this one is from Lucy. So interesting and educating. Okay. Okay, let me see what Rosalind is saying. History data of measurement, documented and shareable. Fantastic. Very good. Very good. Okay, that's okay. History data of measurement, documented and shareable. Powerful. Okay, good. Good. So let's go back to our conversation. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Okay, so now my next question will be, we understand when you said traditional oximeters, we understand there are other pulse oximeters. So what differentiates this IOX from others? Why do I have to go for IOX instead of buying any other oximeter out there?
That's a great question, because there's a lot out there, a ton. Number one is that IOX produces medical grade data. That's number one. None of those, no other pulse oximeter on the market powered by the smartphone produces medical grade data. We're the only device of its kind in the world. That's number one. Number two is the traditional pulse oximeters that you're seeing, and we know what they look like. We got one right here. These things, they're not accurate for dark skin tones. The reality is the technology behind this is light traveling through the pigment to create a reading. The problem with these and all the other devices of this kind is they don't account for the fact that light will move through people of dark pigmentation at a slower rate than it will move with people with a light pigmentation. So right there, you get inaccuracy. You do not want inaccuracy in your blood oxygen. It is not the one. It's not the vital sign to be inaccurate. And number two is our software will automatically calibrate for all skin tones, and that's transformational. That's no other pulse oximeter powered by the smartphone that creates medical grade data, right? Also accounts for all skin tones and all perfusion indexes, but that's for a later discussion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's also one of the things that inspired the inventor is he had a customer call in before he invented this. She was talking about how this can be so hard to read. I mean, it's not even working right now, but the idea with the smartphone powered one is it's so easy to read. It's easily shareable. Like with this, I have to have an understanding if I'm not with a doctor. So to be able to easily share the data with the doctor, and like you said, Rosalind, document it, share it is a huge advantage. And there's risk too in documenting. You have to transfer this, whether you're writing it down or, whereas with the IOX, it's automatic. It's just,
right.
It's automatic.
Right. So the data is shareable. The data is medical grade. The data is yours. It's not stored in the cloud. And you're getting precision and accuracy. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. And it's powered by the smartphone. Mm-hmm. And by the way, this thing will last for many, many years. Mm-hmm. This is not something that will need to be replaced. regularly. This is something that will last for many, many years. The first devices that entered the market 8 years ago are still in use today. So our inventor is dedicated to creating durable, affordable, medical grade producing devices for the world. And we know this is a good way to introduce the first one, IOX. Very powerful.
Good. So you have let us know that IOX device is the only smartphone powered pulse oximeter. That is one. And then the only one that does not discriminate against skin tone. Let me use that one.
Yes.
It doesn't discriminate against skin tone, whether you're black, whether you're white. This is the only oximeter that doesn't discriminate. Others, work according to skin tones, right?
Correct.
Yes, you can see in the links you've shared below, we have articles in Yahoo, and there's one in CNN Health, and there's a number of articles about it too, if anyone wants to read more about it.
Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are still on the show this afternoon. This is the leadership show, and we are talking about life. We're talking about healthcare. We're talking about empowerment. We're talking about rural healthcare program for Nigerian people. And this is coming from the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. I am still your host, Remy Chukwunyene, the Executive Director of the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. And I have my friend Gordon Mouse here and Lauren Kelly. They are here talking to us about this wonderful device called the IOX pulse oximeter. And it's coming to Africa, starting from Nigeria. Courtesy of the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. It's been really interesting, highly educative, and empowering talking to you. And ladies and gentlemen, it's becoming very, very interesting. So I want to ask you, Gordon and Lauren, apart from the US, where else is the IOX device right now?
Okay, the IOX device, as Lauren said, this journey with MK in Atlanta and Yale started really late last year. And when we received FDA approval, Food and Drug Administration approval here in the United States for IOX to be used in the hospitals here, because it's very hard to get that approval. It takes a couple of years. We took some time to really kind of evaluate and really understand, okay, where does this technology really fit? And what's very fascinating is there are two parts of the world, the United States and Africa. And we think that's really beautiful. And we're very passionate about introducing it, making these devices affordable, accessible, empowering, and that's what IOX is. We love the idea of collaborating with a leadership center, and by the way, really leveraging the leadership center in Nigeria. We will not look for other opportunities. We want to do this with the leadership center. We don't want to let IOX be available to others. We want to do it through the leadership center. And we're also exploring some other countries in Africa. We're exploring Ghana, potentially Ethiopia, potentially Cameroon, but we're very excited about Nigeria. We believe Nigeria is a beautiful country with amazing people, and we want to help as many people create opportunities for themselves so they don't have to rely on others for jobs. So yes, we're very excited.
Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know more about what we're discussing about the IOX pulse oximeter and about MX Atlanta, you just look at the your screen, and just at the footer, what is scrolling, you go to www.linktr.ee/the IOX. That is where you have everything you need to know about the IOX pulse oximeter. And then about the company, just go to mkatl.com, www.mkatl.com. That is where you get to know about the MK Atlanta in the US. I'm talking about Gordon Moss and Lauren Kelly. They are the co-founders of this wonderful company that is working with the Ugwumba Leadership Center to bring this to Africa and to Nigeria. Okay, good. Okay, so that is where you can get that. And by the way, we are reaching you from the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. And to know more about us, if you've not really got in touch with us, quickly go to www.ugwumbaleaders.org. Or on our Facebook page, you see facebook.com/Ugwumba Leaders. Then on YouTube, we have a lot. It's a rich resource at www.bit.ly/Ugwumba channel. That is where you have everything, all the videos of our past activities and our programs. They are all packaged there for you, for learning and for other opportunities. So the conversation continues. So many comments. Let's go to the comment section and see what people are talking about.
It's fun.
Oh, so many of them. Okay. Oh, where do I start? Okay, good. This is from Melanie Houghton. She said precise regardless of skin tone. Precise. You know why I like this device? It's not discriminatory. It's not a racist. Did you hear me? The device, believes in Black Lives Matter.
Yes,
it does.
correct.
Okay, good. So, yeah, this one is from Bilikisu. Yes, please. What are the other functions? Oh, Bilikisu, you didn't catch when the demo was done, and they talked about the heart rate, the respiratory rate, and others. Okay. Now, that will lead me to a question I'll bring to you after. Let me read again. Okay, how can I get the IOX device? Does it come with an internal manual? Kindly share a link to your website. Okay, Biliki, so let me answer that quickly. The link is already, okay, I'll bring it up again. It's already on the screen. I'll bring it back so that you can have the link. And then what we're discussing with them is because we are going to use this device to create a business for women in Nigeria. So the device will be readily available in a few weeks after now. So get ready for your own your own pack. So get ready if you need the device. From wherever you're listening to us, get ready for your device. It's going to be in the country a few weeks from now. Okay, so who is this again? Oh, so many questions. Please, how affordable can this device be for Africans, Nigerians especially? Oh, can we take that now? Okay, no. Let's quickly go to, okay, operating a thinker. I love your team, okay? Good. This is, okay, from BB. I am proud of Ugwumba Leadership Center and appreciate His Excellency Ugwumba Uchemosu and my able and our working Honorable Remy Chukwuine. I also appreciate you both, our partners. Please, I hope that after we make this device known it becomes hot cake in Nigeria, you will not breach our agreement when you
Never.
No.
Come to you for another negotiation. I hope its quality will remain the same. Thanks and God bless.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, good. What's this again? Can they see the comments? Oh, who's this again? Okay, so Bilikisu has responded. She has had me when I said that the device will be readily available in the next few weeks. It's amazing. I look forward to the Leadership Center having the device. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so let's leave this comment section and go back to our discussions. Okay. So, good. Now let's go to the risk. Yeah, risk, even though we have said that there are no risks associated with using this device. So let me hear from the horse's mouth. Are there any risks associated with using the device?
No.
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 No, okay. No infrared, no, what do I call it? Is it infrared? Yes. No, all these electromagnetic and all of that.
Nothing.
No,
Nothing.
I think
None.
it's only your phone. You know, if you have problems
No.
with your phone, then that's another story. But yeah, no, not with the device.
No, the risk is that your phone's not powered and it won't work.
True.
Okay, so there's no risk associated with using this device. So
No.
it has been certified risk-free, right, by the FDA in the US.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, good. So now the next question is, what are the likely maintenance issues? Do we have any maintenance issues?
Not with the hardware. No, I mean, as Gordon mentioned, you know, the very first versions were developed almost 8 years ago, and they're still working.
They're still in use.
It's very durable. It works well in heat. A little bit, you know, it can't go underwater, but just like with your phone, a little bit of water won't affect it.
Right.
I wouldn't call this maintenance, but more support is there might be we get a couple questions every now and then about the user. You know, the user might get confused with downloading it or plugging it in, even though it's quite simple, but there may be some questions, you know, when using it. And that's where we plan to work with you all to train you. And we have support.
And have support.
We have support to be able to address any customer question. But
yes.
We don't expect too many. No, I don't expect any hardware maintenance unless there's a fluke, and then maybe just some basic usage questions.
Okay, good. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that want to go to the links where you can read more about the device, just go to it's on the screen. I've just displayed it again on the screen: www.linktr.ee/THEIOX or www.mkatl.com. Those links, you will be able to find everything you need to know about the device, the iOX pulse oximeter. That is what we are talking about this afternoon. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We're still on the show, and our guests, I have Lauren Kelly and Gordon Moss. They are here, and it's been wonderful talking with them. So much to learn and so much to anticipate, you know, in terms of the health promotion that you bring in, and also the employment that comes with this. So, Gordon, I have heard you speak about other smart products that are coming after this pulse oximeter. So, can you, at this juncture, tell us what other smart products are we expecting from your company after the introduction of this iOX into the Nigerian market? Did you hear me?
Okay, sure. Would you like to? Would you like me? Okay. Yale, the inventor, has created a group of other smartphone-powered medical devices. We're not ready yet to bring them to market because we've got to go through approvals. We want to make sure everything is, you know, approved by, you know, the FDA here in the United States. It's an important part of like how we do things, and that takes time. But what we hope to be able to bring over time is a smartphone-powered blood pressure cup, a smartphone-powered pediatric pulse oximeter. This does work for children, but really 5 and over. It's not ideal for babies. So we'd like to be able to have a pediatric pulse, smartphone-powered pediatric pulse oximeter. And the last thing that we'd like to be able to do is bring a smartphone-powered ultrasound, not visual. So you will not be able to see like the baby inside the womb, but you'll be able to hear. It'll be auditory, and make them affordable and expand the empowerment of the women that want to take on this as an opportunity to build a business, and over time be able to say, okay, now we can offer you a blood pressure cup and an ultrasound and a pediatric, and make it affordable and make it accessible, so that those women can expand the arrows in the quiver, if you will. Do you have anything?
No, that's great.
Good. Fantastic. So we are expecting from you a blood pressure oximeter, that we powered with a smartphone. We're also expecting, I don't know what you call it, pediatric, whatever it is, for kids, and then the ultrasound. Wonderful. So that's going to be amazing, by the time we take this up, with our rural empowerment program at the Ugwumba Leadership Center, and these other products come, we also introduce into the market and grow the value chain. So this is a wonderful partnership that we have with MK Atlanta, USA. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been really interesting and wonderful. Like I said before, if you want to know more about the team we're discussing about the product, quickly go to the link below. You will have access to every information that you need. But let me tell you, you cannot get the products if you don't go through us. So don't rush, don't hurry. You have to wait.
Right.
Yeah, the partnership is with the Ugwumba Leadership Center. So if you want a product, you must talk to us. We are the ones to connect you to Lauren and to Gordon's for the products to get into your hands. Don't be in a hurry. Talk to us first.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And I have more comments. More comments is almost, it's 1 hour already. So then we have comments before I let you go. And this one is from Rosalind is selling. I salute you too, Powerhouse.
Thank
you. Okay, this one is from Lucy Equa. Lucy Equa, thank you so much. This one is from Sarah Amaka. This is beautiful. And this one is from Rosalind. Rosalind, I love the privacy of measurements, data generation. It's like Rosalind has had she has used the device, the way she talks.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like she has done a test with that device, and she's so okay. And this one is from can they itemize the complete functions of the health and wealth application? Okay, Rosalind, we have done that before, and we may not need to go back there unless Lauren has something else to tell you about the function of the device. Is there anything more you want to talk about apart from what you have just said? What you have just said?
I think we've covered it all. I mean, the respiration rate, perfusion index, heart rate, and blood oxygen saturation. As you said, Rosalind, you can accurately document it, measure it, and share it. And then I think the last thing to add is only that we talked to Yale, the inventor, very frequently, and because it's software, there's the ability to continue to expand its function. So as people start to use it, please, we want to hear your experiences, what you'd like to see, what could be helpful. So that's all that I would add. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
We're looking for a beautiful long-term collaboration where we can further develop and refine these devices for sure.
Okay, so you mean by the time people start using the device, you expect feedback from them,
Yes.
to improvement on any other thing that needs to be done, maybe additional functions, that the device, so that it could be one-stop device for the devices. Okay, very good. I think at this juncture, we have done a lot of work, on this important conversation, and I want to thank everyone, especially my guests on the show. I still have some comments coming. Where are all of these again? For more assurance, okay, let me take this.
Yes.
Sorry, this one is from Samuel. Samuel, I seriously need the pediatric pulse oximeter and the adult pulse oximeter. God bless Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that's that is something, understand, let me explain. It is rare. I mean, Yale developed it, okay? It's the only one of its kind in the world. We think that for number two, it probably makes more sense to do the blood pressure cup as number two, and then the pediatric pulse oximeter or the ultrasound, and then we don't know where it lies yet. We know it's important, but it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
It's just not something we're going to be able to have quickly.
Right.
It's not.
One quick note, as Gordon mentioned, this can be used with children. And Yale, the inventor, mentioned that you could put this on a kid's toes, like a baby's toes, actually. The concern or the benefits with the pediatric one is that it's smaller and it's more secure, so a baby can be moving around and it stays on more easily. But it's the same technology that's used.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is BB. BB is saying, I really appreciate this, and I must say it's a very good one. I have an iWatch that does same work, and I must tell you that it didn't come cheap at all. Good. She said she has a watch, iWatch or whatever is that does oximeter something, but that it didn't come so cheap.
No. Yeah, the Apple Watch is very expensive. No, we don't know. And by the way, the sensors do not create medical grade data. It has not been approved. Those sensors have not been approved by the FDA. No, this is not an Apple Watch. We're not. It's got. We create affordable medical grade creating a technology. This is not the Apple Watch. Do not worry about it. And also, I want to assure Rosalind, Jeremiah, that we are committed to only partnering with the leadership group here. That's it. We're not looking to integrate or introduce IOX to Nigeria through any other source, just you. And we intend to honor it because we love Remy. He's amazing. We want to do this with you and empower the young people. So don't worry about us engaging with others because we're just not going to do it. We're only doing it with you.
Fantastic. And this one, let's wrap up with this. God bless you more. This is lovely. I think we good. I think we can wrap up with this from John. He's saying, God bless you. This is wonderful and this is lovely. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think at this juncture we have to call it a day because we have spoken everything and we have heard everything that we need to hear from the duo of Gordon's and Lauren this afternoon, talking about the IOX device, how useful it is going to be in the Nigerian health system, and the business is going to create for women and young people who need this, to increase their income streams and begin to improve their economic conditions. And this is an amazing opportunity we have at the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa to partner with these amazing people, talking about Gordon's and Lauren and even Yale, the inventor himself. So it's really wonderful and we are happy doing this talk with you, and we are going to take it up from here so that in the next few weeks, the device will be available in the country and we can start using them, we'll start creating business opportunities for our people, and they start changing their lives. That is what we stand for at the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you, Gordon, for being part of the show. I want to thank you, Lauren. It's been really amazing and wonderful having the duo of this wonderful think tank people, coming to talk to us about this device. And it's been really exciting, really interesting. and also informative. You know, we discussed medicine, we discussed telemedicine, we discussed healthcare. We talked about almost everything that we needed to talk about. It's been wonderful, and I'm happy that we made it to the end of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joshua. I want to thank you on behalf of my president, Ugwumba Leadership, and the team at the Leadership Center. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Your last one for my people. So what do you have to say? The last thing you want to say to them?
This is just amazing. It's incredible. I mean, I think we're
What's
all...
your last word?
Thank you. Just, it's beautiful. It's collective prosperity is what we call it, to all work together and better humanity. So thank you, Remy. Thank you to the Leadership Center. Thank you on behalf of Yale. We're thrilled.
Thank you. I think we're good.